Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be for livestock farmers who wants to formulate or make their own feed for their animal, because actually formulating feed on your own is one of the ways by which you can reduce the cost of production in animal production, because actually the feeding of livestock actually responsible for over 70% of the total running cost of livestock production. So, and in this sense, when we look at it, the cost of buying ready-made feed from the market is going up and up. So formulating our home feed is actually one of the ways we can actually reduce cost of production in poultry production, cattle production, goat production. So on this video, I'll be talking about 4 important factors we must put in mind before we formulate our home feed, so as not to be going against the quality of our production, all in the name of us trying to cut our cost. So on this video, I'll be pointing out 4 things you should take note during your feed formulation. So if you are watching for the first time, this channel is dedicated to promote sustainable and profitable agriculture. My name is Lawa, and if you are watching for the first time, kindly click on the subscribe button to have access to more of my videos. The number 1 factor you should actually put in mind is the type of animal and the purpose for which you are keeping the animal. For example, if you are keeping cattle and you want to formulate feed, you have to bear it in mind if you are keeping the animal for to be a dairy cattle or a beef cattle. This one will guide you in knowing the type of feed ingredients you should include more in your feed and the one you should reduce, because the dairy cattle and the beef cattle will have some kind of little differences in their feed component. So another factor you should actually keep in mind is the age of the animal. It is highly advisable that you don't cut corners when you are formulating feed for young animals that are still in their very growing stage, because if you do this, you'll be hampering their future development. So you can actually do some kind of adjustment in feed for older animal, but don't try it with the feed that will be fed to young animals. Another factor you should also put in place is the physiological state of the animal you are preparing feed for. So for example, you are not advisable to cut corners when you are preparing feed for a pregnant goat, for example, or a nursing goat. So because this kind of animal, they have special needs, they have requirement for highly nutritious feed. So you don't play with their feed. Make sure you include all the components and in the best ratio for them, because this stage is actually a very delicate stage that will not only affect the animal but also affect the pregnancy or the baby they are nursing. So the last but not the least is the cost of ingredients. In this sense, you can actually compare the cost of feed to each other. Feed ingredients that can be interchanged, that can be used interchangeably, that can be substituted for each other, like soya bean cake to palm kernel cake. So if the palm kernel cake is cheaper in the market than soya bean cake, so it's actually advisable you go for soya bean cake. Or in the case whereby soya bean cake is the one cheaper, you can actually substitute in this kind of sense. So these are the factors you must put in mind when you are formulating your own feed yourself, in order not to affect the developmental and the productivity of the animal on your farm. And also you'll be able to cut the cost you want to reduce in formulating your own feed. I hope you got value one way or the other from this video. If you actually got value, kindly give it a like, share with your friends, and If you have any other further question or suggestion about this topic, kindly drop it in the comment section. Then we'll take it from there. See you on my next video. Thank you for your time and thank you for the attention.